This is a test, one that I should have done sooner before I went through and installing all this 1-inch, we'll call it flagstone shale on the bottom of the pond. It's I have liner, fabric, liner, fabric. Fabric was glued to the liner along the edges. I should have done all throughout the metal as well, but I was concerned about too much foam. This foam is buoyant. And then putting the stone over it, filling in between the cracks with the foam, and then sprinkling or pushing in gravel into the foam to do two things. One, to take out more volume than just foam, and also to make it look more natural and to keep the koi from destroying the foam. So what I should have done was this. I took a piece of stone and, like an engineer, to see if the tests were, the hypothesis was correct, was to put way more foam on a size rock. The rock does go from this end over here over, but it's only about a 1/2 inch. It's a small piece of rock. And then I put way more foam on than I did over here. And here's the test. It failed miserably, which really started to say, hey, you are not too bright doing all this work and not doing this test sooner. So a more realistic test is this. This is basically what I have. 1-inch flagstone shale glued to the bottom to the fabric with foam, and then foam around the edges. So this is more exactly what I have here, which I felt, yeah, there was a chance that, the foam could float, and will always want to float, but I didn't think it was going to be a problem after 45 years of construction. Well, here's the test. It sinks and it doesn't lift. So, hallelujah. Looks like I'm in good shape. Very happy with the way it came out. I really do not think this is going to be a problem as far as lifting is concerned. I have more fabric to run in that direction. I have that area over there to still remove, and the entire bottom. Whether or not I'm going to get to that this year or not, I do not know. So, I used maybe a little less than half the amount of stone I had. Probably a third. So I should have enough to complete it. I just got done doing a quick pressure wash to the rocks. And why not? I'm going to shock the pond anyway, so I gave a quick pressure wash. I had to go through and get the pond back out and clean the bottom now. And, I should also bring over to what we call dead pool, because this was built to remove fish. Any fish that weren't behaving or needed to come out. This was my solution for them. Over here is the opening to the main pond. I have added a weir, per se, that stops 4 inches from the surface. And I put a net going across it. You can see there's a little daylight right there. You can also see all the waterfall foam on my hands from the last couple days. That's going to be filled in while the pond is drained. Do a little finishing on the details over there. And I'm going to make it so that the fish have to swim over this tiny little area here. That's the weir. I can adjust that. It's right now set at about 4 inches. So all the water, or I should say half the water is pulled into the bottom drains. And this is actually my skimmer now. So the skimmer takes off the surface, pulls into this large area here. Now, it's a combination between a giant skimmer, an intake bay, and over here, behind that log, is a negative edge that goes to another body of water back there, which gets pulled into the rear. Excuse the mess. It's early winter here, and I'm destroying everything before things get better, as usual with construction. So anyways, the water comes over that weir, comes into this area, and in the fall, this is my giant skimmer. This is where all my leaves accumulate, and I only have to clean this area because the main pond itself, there's not a lot of leaves that make their way down to the bottom at all. They all get pulled into this area, and because this is so large, the leaves will actually get backed up and they will not go over the negative edge. They actually stay in this area, so I just scoop them out with a net. When the pile is not that much, there's only a few leaves in here, I will take that log out, I'll let the water go over the edge, and I'll put a net underneath the waterfall so all the leaves dump into the waterfall. If I stay up on that net and the leaves don't just dump overnight all at once and they fall gradually, I only have to empty the net. I don't even have to scoop the leaves out. They fall right into the net, and that's it. And the other thing, the whole thing that started the new stone being put on was this area right here. All the rock you're looking at all along here, with the exclusion of this area. That area is actually done with mortar because it's my dam. All the other areas are held with waterfall foam. I've done video after video showing me kicking these rocks over here. They haven't moved. They will not move. If I ever have to take them out, it's going to be with an excavator. I have pulled on them. I've had buddies who's thinking about building a pond. He's tried it because not sure if we want to do just small rock like this and using waterfall foam to glue it on an angled slope compared to going straight up and down like most. So this slope is on an angle. The rocks are laid into the angle, waterfall foam behind them and between, so that way it's holding the rocks in place. Not one has moved. These three here were an addition because I was trying to make a planter in this back section, keeping the fish out. This waterfall foam and holding the rocks back has worked extremely well. A lot of people say, oh, it'll never last, it won't hold up. This is 6 years. And sorry to say, I'm close to 300 pounds right now. And I walk in and out of that area all the time, getting over to where I'm sitting now, getting to the pitcher plant bog to do weeding or just manage it. And I've kicked the rocks trying to show people that this idea truly does work. And here's my proof. Again, this is 6 years, maybe 7, since I did this area, and not one rock has moved. The foam is still very, very much compact. Very happy with it. And that has led to taking it a step further and putting the stone down on the flat, horizontally. This whole area here. But I think before I do any more, which was not easy work, I have to clean up the rest of the foam. You can see a little bit in here, some back there. I did that section last night. Before I do that, I'm going to clean that all up, finish the stone work up here, and I'm probably going to fill the pond up, get this underwater, and just make damn sure nothing's going anywhere before I continue doing any more. It might even be next year until I get to the last 2 areas. And I'll just use the pond vac. Don't know, we'll see. But otherwise, so far I'm very happy with it. And happy ponding.